Good evening. Welcome to another vlog. I am just starting my evening skincare routine. I thought I'd turn on the camera. I've got a fun vlog for you guys. I've done a little shopping, so I have a little bit of a fashion haul, a little bit of a what's new in my closet. I can't wait to try on some of this stuff because, as you know, I'm going to New York next week, and I purchased that Zimmerman outfit a few vlogs ago at this point, and I've been looking for shoes. I've been looking for shoes to wear with that outfit, and I mean, if I don't find like the perfect pair of shoes, I have shoes in my closet that I can wear, but I was kind of hoping to find the perfect pair. So I did order a bunch. I did also go shopping at Loewe for some summer stuff. Their summer collection is always so much fun to me. They team up with Paula's Ibiza, and they always have just like really cute separates and stuff, and sets. Actually, I did get a set. Anyway, I wanted to show that to you guys, but I am doing my evening skincare routine. I just washed my face. It feels so good, doesn't it? Like after a long day to wash your face, to get all of that off and just like put on your glorious skincare. So yeah, I'm washed and toned, and I've been using the PCA X-Linea Pro Peptide Serum and their hyaluronic acid boosting serum. So this X-Linea Pro Peptide Serum is probably the most unique serum I have ever used, and I am working with PCA Skin on this video, so a big thank you to them. So this serum is, well, let me just show you the texture, and I'll talk while I'm applying it. So, okay, here is the texture. So this serum actually helps relax like facial muscle contractions to reduce fine lines in that way. It just sort of like relaxes everything. So I'm just gonna apply this onto my face. And I have never ever used a serum that has relaxed my facial muscles. I'm also not someone that gets Botox, so I was like unfamiliar with how effective relaxing your facial muscles would be. And this is pretty incredible, I have to say. It also strengthens your skin by improving epidermal thickness. And another one of their claims, which I've also noticed, is that it's supposed to improve your skin's texture and really smooth out any roughness. And I definitely have texture, you guys have heard me talk about it often, along my jawline. I just have like little bumps, and those have definitely been smoothed out since I started using this serum. It also increases like moisturization and hydration retention. So it's one of those serums that's just kind of great all around, but I'm so impressed with like the relaxing of my facial muscle contractions. It's really impressive, really impressive. And it's not something where I feel like my face is numb right now. It doesn't feel like that. It's just over time, you'll start to see like your fine lines really disappear. So this does contain an 8 amino acid peptide, and that affects the nerve to muscle communication. And that's to help reduce the facial muscle contractions. And there's an additional peptide in here which also helps reduce your muscle contractions. And it improves the relaxation of your facial contractions after you've made an expression. So all of that really helps with the fine lines and the wrinkles. So this X-Linea Pro Peptide Serum, I really have been enjoying this. It is very, like I said, very unique. I've never used a serum that actually like addresses my muscle contractions and relaxing them. I think that's like super cool. And I am starting to see a difference, especially like in the smoothness, like I said, the smoothness of my skin, the rough texture, like everything. And my skin is starting to feel a bit firmer. So I've been using this morning and night. And what I do is I apply that, you know, after I cleanse. Sometimes I tone my skin, and then I'll go in with that serum. And then on top, I'll put on their hyaluronic acid boosting serum. This serum is just a little bit lighter, as you can see, and it's a hyaluronic acid serum, so it's great for moisturization, it's great for plumping, it is the best for hydration, and it amplifies the skin's hyaluronic acid level by 50% within 24 hours. But instantly it provides like surface hydration for your skin, it's smoothing, and it just leaves my skin feeling really nourished, really refreshed, and really replenished. So it's been clinically shown to improve your overall skin hydration by 55%, enhance skin plumping by 60%, and reduce the appearance of fine lines by 31%. So this has been a killer killer combination for me, this Exlanea Pro Peptide Serum and the Hyaluronic Acid Boosting Serum. Really amazing combo, and I have been using them both morning and night. I have really sensitive skin, and neither of these serums have irritated it in any way, and in fact the exact opposite. I feel like not only have they both been very nourishing to my skin, but they both have strengthened my skin so that my skin has been like a lot less reactive to environmental stressors, and it's like constantly allergy season here between spring allergies and dust allergies. So definitely check down below in my description box for links to these two serums and also to the PCA Skin site if you're interested in checking out their other products. These have been absolutely wonderful. I'm really, really impressed with how smooth my skin has been. So yeah, definitely check down below in my description box. I'm just gonna finish up my skincare routine. I'm gonna hit the sack and I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, friends. How are you? Let's get some sunshine in here. Oh, I slept really well last night. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm about to jump in the shower, but I just wanted to show you my skin this morning after using my two PCA Skin serums. I'm going to use them again this morning, but before I hop in the shower, I just wanted to show you what my skin looks like when I wake up in the morning. Look at how even, smooth, and I think what's most interesting is I usually look and feel really puffy in the morning. Sorry, my hair looks crazy. Really puffy in the mornings, but I do not. I actually feel kind of firmed and snatched. Snatched first thing in the morning, which is very, very unusual. Very unusual for me. So, very excited. So let me go jump in the shower, do my skincare, my morning skincare, and then I've got a little bit of a busy day, just like a lot of little things that I have to do. I've got a call, I'm recording a podcast episode, I'm gonna go get my nails done, you know, just stuff like that. Regular, everyday stuff, but I am gonna be running around. All right, let me jump in the shower. I'll be right back. Okay, out of the shower, clean skin. I'm gonna go in with my Exlanea Pro Peptide Serum again. I use about 2 full pumps. I don't think I mentioned that last night. I use about 2 full pumps. Get it on my neck, of course. And I love how lightweight this serum is. I've been using this, like I mentioned, day and night. And, you know, I was worried at first layering all these serums how it was going to wear underneath my makeup, but no issues at all. And then my Hyaluronic Acid Boosting Serum. Again, about 2 pumps there. And just gonna work that in on top. All right, this serum is all worked in. This serum is so smooth and silky feeling. I love it. All right, I'm gonna finish up my skincare and then we'll start getting ready for the day. All right, just doing some makeup. I just remembered I wanted to show you guys what I've purchased, like what's new in my closet. And so I didn't get dressed. So I'm doing my makeup first. I usually get dressed first. I know when I've gotten dressed first in the past, people are like, oh, no, you got to do your makeup first. I'm like, but sometimes I do my makeup differently depending on what I'm wearing, but it doesn't matter today. I'm just doing something really light and natural. I just threw on some of the Victoria Beckham primer, and I'm going to use my Sarah Creole Face Flex Concealer in 1.0. I actually don't even feel like I need that much. It's really exciting. Yeah, the redness in my skin has gone down. I'm going to use my 101 brush. Okay, I'm going to turn on the light on my mirror. I hope it doesn't make me look too creepy. A little creepy? I need a little bit of light though. Just a light touch of that concealer. And then I'm going to throw on my Refi Cream Bronzer. And what brush do I have? I'm going to use this one from House Labs. Oh, it doesn't say on the handle which one it is. It's this guy. It's maybe their foundation brush, but I really like it for bronzer because it's slim. I'm just gonna clean up that bronzer application. I feel like I got a little carried away, so I'm just gonna throw a little concealer down there and blend that in a bit. Then I'm gonna throw on my Lisa Eldridge highlighter. I just had to swap out my battery here. Hope I don't look too different. Okay, just did the Lisa Eldridge highlighter, and then I've got my Kosas Air Brow. Is that what it's called? Yeah, the Air Brow Brow Gel in gray. It's this guy. I've got the Dior Flash Stick in Beige Mitza. This is such a great one and done shadow. So I'm just gonna run that all over my lid. Both of my lids, actually. And then I'm just gonna take, it's actually a concealer brush, but I like using this to blend out my shadow there. It kind of fits perfectly in my socket area. I was going to use my Victoria Beckham Bronze Satin Kajal Liner, but I need to sharpen it and I don't have a sharpener up here. So I'm going to use my Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in Limitless Brown. It's 608. This is also a great eyeliner or lip liner, actually. Actually, I think I'm just going to tight line. Gonna curl my lashes. I've got the Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye Mascara. West Atelier Biscuit. Really need to bring a sharpener up here. This is getting a little dull. Chanel Hydra Gloss in 442. How does that look? Do I look halfway decent? Halfway presentable? Yeah, I've got two things over Zoom today, so I want to look halfway presentable. All right, makeup is done. Let's go get dressed. Okay, so I got a bunch of stuff at Loewe. One of these outfits I had been eyeing and like pondering and like figuring out, do I really need that? Of course I don't need it, but it would make a great outfit for New York. I think I mentioned I'm going to New York next week, and I just think this will be perfect because I think it's cool looking and it's actually cool. It's a top and short set. And then of course, while I was there, I fell in love with a couple t-shirts. So I picked up a couple t-shirts too. At this top, it's so cool because it is a button front green striped shirt, but the silhouette of it is like a dolman sleeve. Isn't that cool? And then it comes with matching shorts. And the shorts have this paper bag waist at the top. They're kind of like a boxer style, but so cute. Okay, let me put this on so I can show you what it looks like. Look at this shirt. Isn't it so cool? And the way they basically cut out the pieces, it almost feels like the dolman part, it's not like it's just sticking out. It feels like it's kind of wrapped around, almost like when you put on a bolero. It has that kind of feel to it. Yeah, you can actually see the seaming here. The directions of the stripes change right here. So cool. Here's the back. So I love how the stripes are on the bias and then they meet at the center back. Isn't that cool? I just love it. And then here are the shorts. Super comfy, elastic waisted. I can leave it out, tuck it in a little. It's got pockets, very important. So pick this up at Loewe. Yeah, I just kept like looking for this shirt online, looking at it, looking at all the like detailing or whatever. It's still, even online when you like look up pictures of it, you still can't really appreciate the detailing here. So cool. Okay, and then I picked up two t-shirts. Look at how funny this one is. So it looks like a Polaroid kind of stuck on here. It's like a really thick vinyl Almost feels like a vinyl magnet, one of those you stick on the refrigerator. But so cheeky, and we were talking about this in store. I was like, that could be a guy's butt. I mean, it's probably a female's butt, but it could be a skinny guy's butt. And then we were like, why do we have to assign a gender to it? It's just a human butt. Anyway, I love the green in there because I could wear this underneath and kind of keep this unbuttoned, and this could pop through. It would be really fun. Fun little touch. So this, I got in size, let me see, I got in size medium. My essay thought I should be a size small, but because it's kind of a straight t-shirt, it was kind of like bunching up around my hips, so I got the medium, which is totally fine. This is not like a tight t-shirt situation. And then I was just sort of poking around the racks, and I was like, oh, I kind of need just like a plain white t-shirt. I like this white on white embroidered logo, like a little touch. And I love, love, love the Loewe t-shirt material that they use on some t-shirts, not all of them, but it has this spongy sort of like feel to them, almost like a scuba suit feel. It's just a really tight weave. My Loewe bunny tee from a few years back is similar, and I just love, love, love the structure that it has. So I was like, oh, let me try this on. I didn't even realize the bottom is asymmetric. So one side comes down longer, this side, and then it also has a split, a side split here. Isn't that cool? And then this side is just plain. So that is what I got at Loewe. I did also exchange my slides. If you guys caught that other vlog, I had purchased these when they had that opening party for their Crystals location. So I got them, tried them on. They definitely run really large. So I'm usually like a 39, 38 and a half, 39, but these are full sizes. So I got the 38, but I realized, like, you know, the longer I would wear them, the further my foot would kind of slide towards the front, and I'd have more room at the back. So they already had a little bit of room, you know, at the back, like a little bit of the heel was showing. And I was like, I really don't like that look. So anyway, I went down to a size 37 and these work. So I picked these up too while I was at it. And then I did get a couple of other things, not from Loewe, a pair of jeans that I love, absolutely love. These are just like this shirt. This was a pair of jeans that I was hemming and hawing over. I kept reading reviews about how the sizing was really off, and I was like, oh, I just love the look of them so much. So these are the R13 crossover jeans. Let me just button this side up. You guys know how much I love a cross front pant. Aren't these cool? So the sizing is a little different, if you will. So I'm usually like a 28 in jeans, and everyone was like, just size down, just size down. So I got the 27 and they fit fine. I mean, these have no elastic in them, no stretch. They're just 100% cotton. So they're slowly starting to get a little bit more and more droopy, if you will. Let me put them on for you. Hold on. I'm gonna angle you down a little bit. Okay. So here are the jeans on. So they just have 2 buttons, no zipper, which is so great. And the length is absolutely perfect. And these are the 27s. So what I was saying was when I first got them, they sat like right at my waist. It was perfect. And now just over time, they've just been like softening up a little bit, loosening up a little bit. You know how jeans do that. And so now they're kind of doing that nice drape, which I actually really, really like. So I am in love with these jeans. I am so glad I picked them up. Another item, if you were to get them, definitely go down a size. And I just went down 1 size. But yeah, I read a bunch of reviews where people went down like 2 sizes. I don't know if, you know, we all just wear our clothing differently or waist sits, you know, differently or whatever. But I'm 5'5". I am, you know, short-waisted, so my waist is kind of high up here. And going down 1 size was absolutely perfect. I do also think the baggier you wear them, the less risk you'll have of this whole area being too, sorry, being too bunchy. So if it hangs nicely, this fold is gonna hang really nicely and it's not gonna look weird, because that was another comment that I saw in the reviews or whatever, is that this area can look a little odd, but I think it hangs really nicely. It could also, sorry, I'm just thinking now, this jean comes in different denims. So this is a pretty nice kind of soft denim. So I wonder if they have more rigid denim that, you know, again, like kind of makes this fold over a little bit awkward, but I'm gonna link down below which finish I got, because I think it's the Sanford, but don't quote me, because like I said, I was like stalking these jeans online for so long that I almost can't even remember which finish I got, but I'm pretty sure it's the Sanford. This is even kind of a cute combo. This shirt and these jeans. Love it. Although what doesn't go with jeans? So I did make a small purchase at Madewell. Also, I was looking for the perfect hat. So again, I had New York in mind. It's just throwing on a hat in New York is just the easiest way. If it's like starts raining, you can like just throw on a hat, just keep the sun out of your eyes, whatever. And I have a bunch of baseball hats, which is always great, but it always leaves, you know, a mark on my forehead. It's a little, you know, just to keep the hat on, I like to tighten them. I get that dent in my hair. So I just wanted a little bit of a looser hat, and you know, I just couldn't find like the perfect shape until I got to Madewell, and these were actually on sale too. So these are these crocheted raffia cloche or bucket style hats or whatever. So what do you guys think? I like it because it's kind of loose, so it's not going to leave a mark on my forehead. It's super duper comfortable. It's really light. So it's not going to keep me protected in like a major downpour or anything, because it is crocheted, but it'll give me some protection. We're going to be spending like just about a week in New York City, so guaranteed it'll rain at least once. And then I did also get a black one. I kind of like the black one a little bit more. This is very summery. Anyway, I'm going to keep both, and I wanted something that was packable, and these you can kind of like smush down and I can pack them really easily. So these were regularly where's the regular price? These were $88 each, but they were marked down to like 50 something, I want to say. Is it on here? Oh yeah, $59.99. So 60 bucks. So I was like, okay, not bad, not bad. So I got these two. All right, I think those are all the new in my closet things I wanted to show you guys. Oh, I do need to try on shoes. I'll do that a little bit later because I do need to get ready for the rest of my day. But yeah, I got a whole bunch of shoes that I wanted to audition with my Zimmerman outfit that I got for the luau. Again, if you guys have been here, I'm going to New York. I'm going to a luau. I got a Zimmerman outfit, but I just don't feel like I have the perfect shoes for it. I do have shoes. If I can't find anything beforehand, I do have shoes that I can wear, but I was like, let me see if I can find like the perfect shoe, the absolute perfect shoe. Okay, so we'll do that in just a bit, but I'm gonna get going. I've gotta like eat some breakfast. I don't even know what time it is right now. And I've got my first meeting pretty soon. Where did my phone go? Oh, here it is. I'm constantly losing my phone. Jeez. Ooh, I've got a couple of hours. Amazing. I've got tons of work to do, so I'll be back in just a bit. Hello. I am not just hanging around my house in my in my Zimmerman outfit. I got this outfit because I am attending a party when I go back east to New York. It's a luau, and so I wanted to look, you know, festive or whatever. Anyway, so I have this top and short set, but I didn't have any good shoes to go with this. I felt like I had some decent ones, but they were flats, like these raffia loafers. I think, you know, like kind of a nice summer vibe, but I'm like, I don't want to wear flats with this outfit mainly because I'm wearing shorts, and I feel like I would like to elongate the look of my legs at least a little bit. So I ordered a whole bunch of shoes that I wanted to audition with this outfit, essentially. I got them. I believe they were all on sale. I think maybe there could be one or two pairs. I don't know. We'll see. But I ordered these from Net-a-Porter because they are having a sale, and I'm curious. I'm curious to see how these fit. I'm curious to see what these look like. I am not someone, as you guys know, I am not someone to wear heels anymore. I used to only wear heels. Not anymore. Not anymore. So these are probably the highest, the highest heels that I not only would want to wear, but can even like stomach wearing at this point. I got an Aquazzura pair. I got a pair from Manolo and a pair from Neos. Neos is a great brand. I'll link to them down below if you're even interested in the slightest. But these caught my eye because okay, let me back up a little bit. So this outfit is not very me. I really like it. I think it's very, very pretty. I just don't usually wear non-neutral colors. I also don't usually wear like a lot of pattern or whatever. But again, I wanted to get something, nice and appropriate for this luau. So I really, really, really changed it up also for the shoes. These are shoes I would not normally get. These actually almost feel like wedding shoes, but they were so pretty to me. Look, they're tulle, so they're going to be kind of see-through. And then they have this satin strap with this covered button. So I just thought they were really pretty. Oh, and the heel is covered in satin as well. And I don't think I realized that the Aquazzura logo was a pineapple. So I ordered a size 38.5. That's usually my size, 38.5, 39, it's kind of depending. So let's try these on. So this party is at a lake house, but it's not like I'm going into the water or anything. So I don't think I have to worry too much about that, which is great. Oh, these are really comfortable. Ooh, they do fit. I don't know. I don't know if I like the color. Hold on, let me bring you guys down here with my shorts. What do you guys think? I think they're really pretty shoes, and I have to say they're freaking comfortable. I did want to get a pair of shoes, obviously, that I could wear with not just this outfit, because that would be stupid, but that I could wear with other outfits that I have. Again, this isn't totally my style, but if I'm wearing just like, I don't know, even just like narrow black trousers and a simple top, the shoes could do all the talking. But I think what is kind of bothering me about the color is that it's just too close to my skin color. Do we like that? Is that what helps it look more elongating, or does it look like, I don't know, I kind of feel like it's just making my legs look even more pale. At least they're comfortable. I think the only other color option that was at least available on Net-a-Porter was white, and that I felt like looked way too like a wedding shoe, so did not bother getting those. But I do like these. Okay, so these are a maybe. Look at how pretty this green is too from Aquazzura. Okay, let's take a look at these Manolos. When I was really into heels, gosh, how long ago is this? 15 years ago? It's all about Manolos. They were, to me and my foot, the most comfortable. These are a sandal. I thought this brown would go with this and also go with other outfits. And this is just embossed. This is not lizard skin. But look at this little heel. I like that little gold accent. That's nice. And these are also in a size 38.5. I don't like these. So first of all, I feel like they don't look good with this outfit at all. I think the color works, but there's something about this style is just not right. And then can you see like my pinky? It's just like cutting right into this part of the shoe. Like that's where my foot gets really wide. Anyway, super uncomfortable. So these are definitely a no. Okay, and these are the Neos. These are, sorry, I'm staring at them because, so the picture just looked like these threads were just like part of this upper area, but these are actually like loose. I feel like this is kind of a mess. Hold on, let me put this one on. I am not sure what's going on. Okay, before I put this other shoe on, so this shoe is really tight right here on my foot, which is not uncommon because I have a really high instep, but I don't know if it's like the strap, this part, or if it's the actual thread. I don't know what's actually putting pressure on my foot. I think it's actually the strap. All right, let's try the other one. Here are the Neos. I think they look cool. I don't know if I like them with this outfit, you know, with these shorts or whatever. I don't know. I don't know if I love any of them with this outfit. Okay, out of them all, I'm surprised that I found these so comfortable, but they really were. They were just like really light, and probably because the heel is just a 70, very, very easy to walk in. I may just keep these because they're so pretty. They're so pretty. And I think they do work with this outfit. You know, if push comes to shove, if I can't find anything else, I think these they're very nice for sure. Yeah, so maybe I'll keep these and I'll definitely returning the Manolos. I'm surprised at how they just don't fit my foot, because Manolos used to always fit my foot really well. And these Neos, I think, are just, they're a little surprising to me. I really wasn't expecting all of these threads to be loose. But doesn't that look cool? Yeah, when I saw a picture of them, I was like, wow, those are really neat. Not for me though. Okay, so I will return those 2 pairs of shoes. I'll hold off the Aquatura. You know, when I initially tried on that Zimmerman, that shorts outfit that I'm wearing to the luau, I tried them on with my Fendi shoes, and I was like, I don't really like them with these Fendi shoes, which is why I've gone down this rabbit hole of trying to find shoes to go with them. But when I just walked by them and I was like, they kind of have like a similar feel to these Aquazuras. I mean, these are definitely much more formal. I think the Fendis are a little funkier. They've got like the gold heel. They have this like sporty, you know, accent to it or whatever. But they both have this like light blush pink. Do I need these Aquazuras? Yeah, maybe I don't need both. Maybe I'll return these too. Oh, I hate when like a whole entire order is a fail. Oh my God, you guys, I'm spiraling. All right, well, I'll probably let you know in the next vlog whether or not I kept those shoes. They're really pretty and they were on sale, but I just don't need both. I mean, how often am I gonna wear like blush pink heels? Like honestly, like once a year, tops. But I did also want to share with you a total win for me. This is so minor and so stupid, so sorry. But many, many moons ago, I asked you guys, what do you do with your shoe boxes or other boxes or, you know, dust bags and all that stuff? And so many of you had like really creative ideas, which was really, really nice. I'm just not that creative. I don't know. I don't have the bandwidth or the brain capacity to like figure out like fun things to do with like all of my shoe boxes. I have a lot of shoe boxes. So I have started recycling them. I've done it. I started recycling them. I had a whole wall in my primary bedroom here of boxes. I've only kept my Chanel ones. I was asking around. I was like, you know, when you resell stuff, not that I resell stuff, but like if I were to ever do that, I think like having your Chanel box or like an Hermes, not that I have a ton of Hermes, but if I wanted to resell one of my Chanel bags, it's important to have like the box to go with it. So I'm like, okay, so I kept my Chanel boxes, but everything else I've gotten rid of, like all my Loewe. I had some Louis Vuitton boxes for the SLGs that I had, my Prada boxes. Yeah, I've just started recycling all of them. So I still have a whole closet full. Do you guys want to see my closet full of shoe boxes? This is really embarrassing. Okay, so I'm in like a spare bedroom closet, and look at all of these shoe boxes. Oh, just too many, So I'm gonna pretty much get rid of all of these. Maybe again, keep the Chanel ones. Yeah, I spy an Hermes one. I don't know what that was for. But yeah, and then look at all these freaking shopping bags. I don't need those either. I'm kind of just slowly bringing them downstairs. You know, just a couple every time I go downstairs when I remember. So it's kind of slow going, but yeah, I'm getting rid of those. So thank you guys. Many of you were very encouraging, just get rid of them. And then I asked actually a bunch of my friends that I know, shop more than I do, so I know they would have a ton of stuff. And they were like, I just had to get rid of them. Just get rid of them. It's like, it just ends up, it's too much. It's too much. It takes up too much room. I get sick of looking at them. So I'm gonna do the same. So that's the end of the shoebox saga. Hello, I am back from my very hectic day. But it felt good. It felt good to be busy, but I recorded a reported? No, I recorded, I recorded a podcast. I had a Zoom call. I ran to Nordstrom to shop the anniversary sale. So I put up a short with what I purchased. You guys can check that out. Not too many things. Since I'm going to be in New York next week, I'm going to go to their flagship on 57th Street and shop there. They just have a lot more stuff, especially like the clothing and the accessories and all of that. Beauty is probably the same, although they didn't have everything I thought they would. Anyway, our Nordstrom is decent, but it's not as good as the one in New York. So yeah, definitely stay tuned for that. And what else? Oh, I got my nails done. So I stuck with the cat eye. Is that what it's called? Now I'm questioning myself. Yeah, cat eye. These are called cat eye, right? The metal bits in there. Hey, Butters. She's so funny. Hi, baby. So I stuck with that. I got a different color of it, but it kind of looks the same. I don't know, maybe it's just my nails, but I had to get them cut down. I don't know, did you guys notice how long my nails were, which is very unusual for me? And I was like, let me try it. Let me like try and look like a little glam. No, it lasted, what, the 2 weeks? No, less than 2 weeks. Less than 2 weeks. I went in early today. I was like, please cut and redo my nails, please. So yeah, I can type on my phone again. Isn't that a miracle? So yeah, so I did that. I did some grocery shopping. Oh my God, this actually, I have to show you guys. This is major. This is major. So I went to Sprouts, which is basically the grocery store that we go to the most. We also have a Smith's, which is like, I don't know, on the East Coast, what would that be? Like an A&P, you know, kind of like our general grocery store. We don't really go to Whole Foods or Trader Joe's that much because it's too far away. We go to Costco when we like need to like bulk buy, but otherwise we go to Sprouts. And the Sprouts they had Gymkhana like simmer sauces. So I got Tandoori Barbecue, which is a medium hot marinade. It's inspired by our Michelin-starred restaurant. So they have a Gymkhana here in Vegas. It's at Aria. It is so good. I've been there twice. And I felt like my expectations, by the time I went the second time, my expectations were so high and they were still met. I was just, one of the best restaurants in Vegas for sure. So they had this Tandoori Barbecue, and then they had green tikka, which is mild, which is definitely more our speed here for my family here. They had like a larger jar of, what was it called? I think it was just tikka. It was like a tikka simmer sauce, and that one was hot. I was like, maybe not. But I'm so excited for these. So natural ingredients, no preservatives, no artificial colors. I'm so excited. So apparently half of this jar, which is pretty small, this is 6 fluid ounces. Half of this jar is good for a pound of meat. Cannot wait to try these. I'll report back. I'm so excited for these. I was just like wandering around Sprouts because I had a little bit of time to kill before my nails. And when I saw these, I like made a beeline. So excited. All right, well, I'm gonna end my day the way I usually start my day, which is with the New York Times word games. I just didn't have time to do them this morning. I like hit the ground running. And my text thread that I have with my girlfriends, they're going back and forth with that, like about how hard Connections was today or whatever. And so I'm like, I gotta get to it. So I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna do my word games, and I'm gonna say goodbye. But until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in. A big thank you to PCA Skin for working with me on this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.